Frida was the three daughters of photographer Guillermo Calo, a Mexican nationalized German immigrant, and Matilde Calderon, a Mexican. Her two older sisters were Matilde and Adriana. After then, her only brother was born, Guillermo. Frida was born in July, and only 11 months later, I held younger sister, Christina. She was his contained comparison and the only one of the Carlos sisters, Wooless of shipping. In addition, Frida has three older sisters on her paternal side, Luisa, Maria, and Margarita, all daughters from her father's first marriage to Maria Cardenas Pino. It has not been possible to precisely identify the school that Frida attended before 1922. However, it has heavily pointed out that she was a student at the German school until 1921, and thus there she would have obtained her school certificate. Frida met the Rivera town Timothy. Previously, in 1922, she has the opportunity to observe it during the realization of her first mural in the Simon Boulevard apartment of the National Preparatory School. In 1928, she has met Diego Rivera again in some evening. The artist married Diego Rivera on August 21, 1929. The relationship consisted of love, adventures with other people, creative bonds, hatred, and divorce in a second marriage a years later. They came to call the marriage the union between an elephant and a dog because Diego was single and always white. She was small and thin. On the other hand, Frida tweeted that the interviews never had children, with too many years to accept. In 1930, Frida became pregnant for the first time. However, due to the abominable position of the fetus and the aftermath of the 1925 accident, the 3 months pregnancy had to be interrupted, according to the Dr. Jesus Mary. After time, other doctors thought that Frida would probably never be able to have children. Vera fame and reputation has grown in the United States. Commission arose for him in the neighborhood country, moving his residence trees between 1930 and 1934, and spending most of the time in New York and Detroit. In 1932, Diego Rivera was commissioned to paint some mural for a Detroit museum. In April, Frida painted Silverwood on a Detroit trail, heavily influenced by Yoro de Chirico. She became critical of the American way of life and reflected it in her painting of the time. In August, finding her in the city, Frida suffers another miscarriage. During her recovery, she painted herself portraying aborting in Detroit. They returned to Mexico in 1933. Rivera has an affair with Cristina, Frida's little sister. Previously, there were other infidelities on this part of Rivera, but this mess with Cristina affected Frida a lot and was a decisive during the cool relationship. In 1938, the surrealist poet and essayist Andrew Breton described his work as surrealist in an essay her work to the Frida exhibition at the Julie Levy Gallery in New York. However, she always later declared, "They thought I was surreal, but I was not. I never painted my dreams. I painted my own reality." In 1939, Frida Kahlo finished a self-portrait which she reflected her two personalities, las dos Fridas. In this painting, he assimilated the marital crisis, tone the separation between Frida in Teona dress, Diego's favorite, and the other Frida with European roots, the one who existed before her corner with him. November 6, 1939, Kahlo and Rivera divorced after a series of infidelities, wherein the most painful matter for Frida was the relationship between Diego and his sister. Frida temporarily returned to her home in Coyoacán. It was a period of depressed months in which the artist consumed alcohol and was to alleviate her physical and psychological suffering. There are two important pictorial productions in this period of separation: the two Fridas and two nudes in a forest. After the divorce, Frida and Diego continued to share much of the social artists and political life as unit team. Frida arrived in San Francisco in September, and just 2 months later, the couple decided to remain. During this year, the artist's recognition of his work increased, especially in the United States. In 1953, in Mexico City, the only individual exhibition on her country was organized during the artist's life. In one of the Christmas is when say, "Ultural is it is impossible to separate her life and work of his person. Her painting are the biography. Than same years his his leg has to be amputated below the can due to grand kidney infection. This plunged her into a great depression and led her to attempt suicide a couple of times using the prescribed opiates. During that time, she wrote poems in her diaries, most of them related to pain and suffering. Frida Kahlo died in Coyoacán on July 13, 1954. No autopsy was performed. Her remains were buried in the Palacio de Bellas Artes in Mexico City, and her coffin was covered with the flag of the Mexican Community Party, a fact that the national press profusely cicatrized. Her body was cremated in the civil crematorium of Dolores, and his ashes are kept in the Casa Azul in Coyoacán, the place where she was also born.